Hello. You're tuning into the episode of TheWunderkindShow. Today's first topic. Stephen A. Smith says the person to gain most for winning a Super Bowl is Lamar Jackson. Look, guys, you know what's crazy with life? Things always come full circle. It doesn't matter how far down that circular movement you are or where you started. It always goes back 360 whatever degrees around. That's what happens with life, and this is nothing different. So, FirstTake came out with who would benefit most from a Super Bowl win, and legacy-wise. And, of course, you had the Mahomes because of 3P. I mean, man, it'll be hard to argue with 3P. It's never been done in history of the NFL. So he would be arguing literally just with Brady for the greatest of all time. And then you had Lamar Jackson. That's the only two players that they were talking about. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the audio for Stephen A., and then we're going to break it down because there's some places that I believe this conversation needs to go that it didn't, that I'm going to touch on, all right? So without further ado, let's go see what Mr. Stephen A. Smith had to say about Lamar Jackson.
Okay, whose legacy improves the most with a Super Bowl win? Is it Mahomes, Allen, or Lamar?
To me, it's Lamar. I understand Mahomes, three-time Super Bowl champion, three back-to-back. But I'm just looking at Lamar from the standpoint, the greatness that we already associate with him. We've already validated Mahomes' greatness. He's already recognized as the greatest, arguably the greatest quarterback who ever lived. Lamar Jackson goes out there and wins a Super Bowl with all the other things we've already seen him do. All of a sudden, he's in the conversation, solidified as one of the greatest quarterbacks who have ever played in the National Football League. And when you combine the mercurial skills that he brings to the table, it's because everybody's looking for quarterbacks that are dual threats. But you'll certainly salivate over them even more if Lamar Jackson goes out there and proves he can get it done come playoff time and win you a Super Bowl. If he can do that, I just think it changes, elevates him to a stratosphere that he could never reach if he doesn't win a championship.
So what I'm going to do is, guys, let me take us something right there. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to break this down real finely because I think these are one of these topics that are so nuanced that it goes over a lot of people's heads. And I'm going to explain exactly what I mean by that. Lamar Jackson, a couple weeks ago, I called him an object of change. And I pointed out the players before him that helped illustrate or lay the foundation for him to step up and become an absolute object of change. And what an object of change does historically is it changes the trajectory of a respective profession. What I mean by that is, when Michael Jordan started off in the NBA, there were high flyers before him. Dominique Wilkins, Dr. J, Bernard King, Daryl Dawkins. I know my basketball history. And what ended up Connie Hawkins. So what ended up happening during that time was they kind of separated you. When you were a high flyer, you were great to watch, right? But you really weren't known to really lead the league in certain statistical categories or be considered the best player on the planet. That was how the NBA viewed everything. Fast forward to Michael Jeffrey Jordan, right? Comes in, everyone's, he's amazing. He's spectacular to watch. He's doing things we've never seen before. He's literally flying. Look at his feet. He's propelling himself through the air. That's what was being said. And then you had the columnists, not unlike the Stephen A. Smiths of the world, saying, he could jump really high, but is he smart like Bird? Can he pass like Magic? Can he make his teammates better? What we're trying to say is, can he put all of his skills to win a championship? And that's what Lamar Jackson is. You see, you're watching that the NFL has pivoted towards dual threat quarterbacks. Dual threat. And not only toward dual threats, I mean legitimate threats with different. We're not talking about guys that are somewhat mobile. Steve Young was a mobile quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is a mobile quarterback. They are looking for dual threats. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson in his prime, like guys like that, Cam Newton. The thing is, Lamar has been the face of the dual threat quarterback. And the NFL has had a stigma on the dual threat quarterback, meaning they have short shelf lives, right? They're exciting to watch. They'll put butts in the seats, but they can't really win you the big game. And because they're weapons, you can even save money because all you're going to do is want to use them up because they have a short shelf life anyways, get the most out of them, and then you could toss them aside. That was the stigma. You understand? That's why you heard so many people saying, oh, don't give Lamar a big contract. Make it stat-laden and stat-based and stuff like that. Because the shelf life for a lot of dual threats, they said, wasn't long, even though the quarterbacks that got hurt were in the pocket. Needless to say, that's where Lamar Jackson is right now. So what Stephen A is saying, he says, a Super Bowl win will change all of that. It's already started. But a Super Bowl win would change it drastically. And what I mean by that is Jaden Daniels has popped up on the scene as pretty much a Lamar Jackson clone. That's to break it down. His comp coming in was Lamar Jackson. And him coming in and having one of the greatest rookie seasons we have ever seen, winning a playoff game in his rookie year, getting a 2-win team and turning it into a 12-win team or whatever how much games they won team, historically has people saying, Even so much so that there was a report that I believe Jay Glazer brought out that there were teams that were questioning their scouts on why they did not pick Lamar Jackson. I actually seen Steeler fans say how stupid the Steelers were not to nab Lamar Jackson when they knew Ben Roethlisberger was going downhill. But remember, the Steelers have a mindset of what type of quarterback that they want. That's what he means. That's what he means. We're not talking about Lamar Jackson as a trend. We're talking about him as a foundation. There's a difference. Right now it's trending to have a quarterback that can move around. Remember when Colin Kaepernick was tearing up the league for like 2 years? It was a trend. But eventually the trend wears out. Just like with clothes, just like with pop music, trends get hot, trends move on. That's how it's always been. But a foundational piece is something that they know and know how to build around. And right now, Lamar Jackson is literally rewriting history because he's becoming a foundational piece in the story of the NFL, historically speaking. And if he wins a title, specifically even this year, it doesn't only say he's one of the top 5, top 6 greatest quarterbacks to ever play, because most likely he's going to win MVP. So we're going to be looking at a player that is a 3-time All-Pro, 3-time MVP, Super Bowl winning champion. At that point, now you're going to understand that a lot of these closed-minded guys are going to come to the understanding and said, that's how you build around a dual threat. They can win. People don't believe things until they see it. Y'all know that, right? That's how the world works. Yeah, it sounds good, but can we see it? And if Lamar does it, especially the way that he runs, there's going to be a major shift in the NFL. And when I mean major shift, I mean major. I mean, we're not looking for the next Tom Brady. We're looking for the next Lamar Jackson. We're not looking for the next Josh Allen. We're looking for the next Lamar Jackson. And that's been the difference all this time that Lamar's been on. People haven't said they've been looking for the next Lamar Jackson. They've said, oh, we want the next Josh Allen. We want the next Patrick Mahomes. That's who, you know what I'm saying? That's been the argument. That's where people have been leaning to. But now, if he wins, it's, he got everything. Now it's, we need a Lamar that could do that. Problem is, Lamar Jackson's one of one. You could find guys that could do some of the stuff he does, but they can't do everything he does. Jaden Daniels might go down as probably the closest you're going to be able to see. But we're going to get to see, right? We're going to get to see how that plays. A lot of people start off hot, like a trend. But can they stand the test of time? And that's what a Super Bowl win would allow Lamar Jackson's legacy to do. Withstand the test of time. But what do you guys think? Am I lying? Is Stephen A lying? Do you think Lamar doesn't need a Super Bowl? Or do you think, yeah, he does need one? And if he does get one, we're going to be talking about him for generations to come. And he's going to become a prototype for a lot of incoming NFL talent that they're going to be scouting for. Let me know what you think down in the comment section about it, please, all right? But as always, this episode of The Wunderkind Show! Thank you for watching. Y'all know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You know I love the comments. And if you've not done so already, check out The Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes. 3 tiers of content goodness waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you'd like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and such stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR code. QR code's to a Cash App. The Cash App's located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is $, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nectar, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. You know I am. Yerp!
Finish him, Daddy.
Tailspin! Tailspin!